हाय एवरीवन। संजीव जिंदल जी की वीडियो प्राइस रेबल के बारे में देखा मैंने, तो फिर इसके बाद रजिस्टर किया। देखो इस तरह से, और ये सर्वे इसमें क्लिक किया मैंने तो ये कंसेंट फॉर्म ओपन हो गया। pricerebel.com। आई एग्री टू द टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन, आई एग्री टू द पॉलिसी। बाय शेयरिंग योर पर्सनल डाटा यू विल बी एबल टू गेट रिसर्च अपॉर्चुनिटीज टारगेटेड टू योर इंटरेस्ट, हेल्प टू इम्प्रूव प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज एंड अर्न incentives for your participation. Please give your consent with our cookie policy below or manage cookie individually. तो ये टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन में एग्री करवा रहे हैं, प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी को एग्री करवा रहे हैं। अपना पर्सनल डाटा शेयर करके आप जो है रिसर्च अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ ले सकेंगे, जो आपके इंटरेस्ट के हैं। रिसर्च अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आपको मिलेगा और ये इम्प्रूव करने में हेल्प करेगा प्रोडक्ट और सर्विसेज को, और इंसेंटिव्स आपके पार्टिसिपेशन से आप इंसेंटिव जो है वो बढ़ा सकते हैं। आपका कंसेंट दीजिए हमारे कुकीज़ पॉलिसी में और मैनेज करें कुकीज़ को इंडिविजुअली। प्लीज़ गिव योर कंसेंट विद आवर कुकी पॉलिसी बिलो और मैनेज कुकीज़ इंडिविजुअली। तो ये एक तरह का सर्वे है, ये पैसे कमाने की जो ऑनलाइन मनी मेकिंग तरीका है, सर्वे वगैरह। तो ये मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ आपको। कुछ कुछ इस तरह के टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस है जो इन लोग को मानने पड़ते हैं, इन लोगों को एग्री करने पड़ते हैं, एग्री टू डी। लेकिन इसको पढ़ के मैं इसलिए सुना रहा हूँ ताकि कुछ ऐसे जो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन को बिना पढ़े टिक ना करे, जिससे कि आपकी प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी हम पर हो सके। आई एग्री टू द यूज ऑफ द कुकीज़ इन ऑर्डर टू पार्टिसिपेट इन मार्केट रिसर्च एक्टिविटीज़। I agree to the use of the market research cookies. I agree to the use of cookies and collection of my device ID information. Device ID information भी जा रही है for market research purpose. Device ID information चली जाएगी. We would like to identify online ad and campaigns that may be exposed to, so we can determine the effectiveness of those ads and campaign and offer you the most relevant survey. To do this, we need your consent to accept our cookies and for us to collect device identifiers such as IP address भी चाहिए इनको, mobile advertising identifier which is an ID assigned by your mobile device operating system that is used to server ads to you. I agree to the collection and sharing of my mobile advertising identifiers or other identifiers. We would like get your consent for us to collect and share your device identifier such as your mobile advertising identifiers, which is an ID assigned by your mobile device operating system that is used to serve ads to you. तो ये लोग मोबाइल एडवर्टाइजिंग आइडेंटिफायर्स को शेयर करने का, उसको लेने का एग्री करवा रहे हैं, उसको कलेक्ट करने के लिए एग्री करवा रहे हैं। तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि आपका कंसेंट ले कलेक्ट करने के लिए, हमारे आइडेंटिफायर्स, डिवाइस आइडेंटिफायर्स को कलेक्ट करने के लिए और शेयर करने के लिए भी। जैसे कि मोबाइल एडवर्टाइजिंग आइडेंटिफायर जो कि एक आईडी है, असाइन करा जाता है आपके मोबाइल डिवाइस में, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में, जो कि इस्तेमाल करते हैं एड सर्व करने के लिए। आई एग्री टू शेयर माई प्रोफाइल इन्फॉर्मेशन विथ थर्ड पार्टी फॉर मार्केट रिसर्च पर्पज़। यानी आपके इन्फॉर्मेशन को थर्ड पार्टी को ये लोग बेच सकते हैं, शेयर करने के लिए आप एग्री कर रहे हो। We would like to improve your profile by matching your profile data with third party, so we can offer you the most relevant service. तो accept all करना है। तो मैनेज कुकी, इसके बाद क्या आया देखिए, pricerebel.com, गुड स्कोर 100 है, गुड। Personal data and personal details you provide below will be used for market research purpose only. All data will be processed in compliance with the code of ISOMAR and Insight Association and all applicable data protection laws and regulations. Please see our privacy policy for more information. इनकी प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी, pricerebel.com की प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी ओवरव्यू। This document establishes the privacy policy of your survey, its website and mobile applications, as well as its compliance with specific national and international jurisdiction. ये डॉक्यूमेंट स्टैब्लिश करता है प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी योर सर्वे का, उसके वेबसाइट्स का, मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन का, साथ में इसकी कंप्लायंस स्पेसिफिक नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल जुरिस्डिक्शन के साथ, इंक्लूडिंग द प्राइवेसी रेगुलेशंस एंड लॉज देयर ऑफ। द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ दिस डॉक्यूमेंट रिस्काइंड्स ऑल previous privacy policies implied, spoken और written। यानी ये इस डॉक्यूमेंट का पब्लिकेशन से दूसरे जितने भी इम्प्लाइड प्राइवेसी पॉलिसीज़ या पुराने प्राइवेसी पॉलिसीज़ वो सब रिस्क कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन्फॉर्मेशन. The principal activities of your surveys are affiliate marketing and advertising. Modern information and communication technologies play an important fundamental role in the activities of your surveys. Your survey is a property of Point to Shop LLC, also doing business as P2 Sample, based in United States at the following postal address: 3159 Royal Drive, Suite 360, Alpharetta, Georgia 30022, United States of America. YourSurvey.com can be reached via email at info@yoursurvey.com. Anonymous access. Visitors can access the website or application home pages and browse the sites or application without disclosing personal data. विजिटर्स एक्सेस कर सकता है एप्लीकेशंस को, वेबसाइट को, होम पेज को, ब्राउज कर सकता है साइट्स एप्लीकेशन को बिना पर्सनल डेटा डिस्क्लोज करे. सर्विसेज एंड लिंक्स. Your survey website and mobile applications allow communication with other visitors and post information that can be accessed by other visitors. The communication via these posts is voluntary. Your services और मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन अलाउ करता है कम्युनिकेशन दूसरे विजिटर के साथ और पोस्ट करने के लिए अलाउ करता है इन्फॉर्मेशन जो कि दूसरा विजिटर्स भी एक्सेस कर सके. कम्युनिकेशन इस पोस्ट के द्वारा वॉलंटरी है, यानी इच्छाकृत रूप से कर सकते हैं. ऑल इन्फॉर्मेशन कम्युनिकेटेड इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड डिस्क्रिशन ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल एंड मे बी कलेक्टेड बाय अदर विजिटर्स. योर सर्विस साइट्स एंड एप्लीकेशन मे इंक्लूड लिंक्स टू third party web or mobile service providers. Your survey is not responsible for the content, accuracy or privacy policy of third party web or mobile services. Automatic data collection. Your survey may collect information from your computer, mobile phone or other access device. The information sent to us include but is not limited to data on the pages you access, your computer IP address, referral data, device identifiers, the type of operating system you are using, your location, GPS, mobile network information, standard web log data, other information. Web log data includes the browser type you are using, traffic to our site or from our site to determine trends, administer the site, track user in movement in the aggregate and gather broad demographic information for aggregate use. योर सर्वे जो इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट कर सकता है आपके कंप्यूटर से, मोबाइल फ़ोन से, दूसरे एक्सेस डिवाइस से. इन्फॉर्मेशन जो हमें भेजा गया है उसमें न सिर्फ वो लिमिटेड नहीं है डेटा पे, जो पेजेस जो आप एक्सेस करते हैं उतना तक लिमिटेड नहीं है. तुम्हारा आपका आईपी एड्रेस तक लिमिटेड नहीं है, रेफरल डाटा तक लिमिटेड नहीं है, डिवाइस आइडेंटिफायर तो लेगा ही, द टाइप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यू आर यूजिंग, योर जीपीएस, सब ले लेगा. जीपीएस भी है, पता रहेगा, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम भी, मोबाइल नेटवर्क इन्फॉर्मेशन भी, स्टैंडर्ड वेब लॉग डाटा, दूसरा इन्फॉर्मेशन. वेब लॉग डाटा इंक्लूड्स द ब्राउजर टाइप यू आर यूजिंग. वेब लॉग डाटा में क्या होता है कि ब्राउजर टाइप जो आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. वेब लॉग डाटा का मतलब क्या है? ब्राउजर जो आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, ट्रैफिक हम टू आवर साइट और फ्रॉम आवर साइट, हमारे साइट से ट्रैफिक जो आ रहा है या ट्रैफिक हमारे साइट से जा रहा है, ट्रेंड्स को डिटरमाइन करने के लिए. एडमिनिस्टर द साइट, track user movement in the aggregate, gather broad demographic information for aggregate use. Automated decision making is used to determine the likelihood of fraudulent activity to include duplication of respondents. Proxy users. Automatically collected data may be sent to third party data processor for purpose of fraud prevention. तो ये सब बातें हैं कि बहुत सारा कुछ डाटा आप लोगों का ले लेंगे. ये ऑटोमेटिक डाटा कलेक्शन में प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी में प्राइस रेबल ने लिख के दिया है. So data collection and purpose. We may use the personal data supplied or provided by you to send you emails and or push mobile notification containing invitation for participation in promotion, including but not limited to market research survey opportunities offered by our clients or partners. Our participation in these opportunities is completely voluntary. Your participation in these opportunities is completely voluntary. You can opt out at any time of promotional emails because your survey employs a strict email policy against sending unsolicited emails. You may opt out by clicking the unsubscribe link at the button of every email. Please note that opting out from promotional emails does not exempt you from receiving administrative emails about your account status and membership status changes. Privacy policy and terms and conditions update. Additionally, we may share personal data and social demographic information we collect from you with third-party market research companies for the purpose of facilitating your participation in the survey and disclosing such data elements to clients of the third-party market research companies for audience measurement services. Audience measurement services appending such data elements to completed client survey and delivering the appended survey data to client of the third party market research companies for analytical or research purpose and other uses as set forth in this privacy policy. We may also share personal data and social demographic information with partners for several purposes, including without limitation, fraud detection, prevention, copyright infringement, data validation, incentive or reward fulfillment if applicable, identifying respondents for reconnect surveys or communications, data mismatching, data append coding, data segmentation and developing data insights regarding survey participants, but not for marketing purposes. If you are eligible for a client survey opportunity offered through a client, the client will not contact you directly but will provide you unique identification number and a survey link to us, and we will allow you to participate in the specific client survey. In connection with the sharing of your information with a client, your information may be transferred and stored outside of your country of residence, including without limitation in US. And by agreeing to this privacy policy, you are agreeing to the processing and exportation of your personal information as set forth in this section. If you have any question about this data sharing, please send in a support ticket through our support system. Access to collected personal data is available upon request by sending in a support ticket through our support system. You can opt out by selecting the privacy category on our support page and submitting your request. If you opt out, it is the responsibility of us to inform the specific third-party market research companies. Please note that the P2 sample is solely liable and responsible for managing all opt-outs requests. We reserve the right to share your identity with others without the stipulation of data protection in an attempt to prevent the further fraudulent activity. We may also obtain information about you from third parties such as identification. We reserve the right to share your identity with others within the stipulation of data protection in an attempt to prevent further fraudulent activity. We may also obtain information about you from third parties such as identity verification services. Sharing and cookies. Your surveys use cookies and similar technologies to recognize you. When you visit our website, our cookie policy explains what these technologies are and why we use them, as well as your rights to control our use of them. Read our cookie policy. Children's privacy disclosure, third party link, confidentiality and security, your rights. तो ये सब कुछ प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी बताया। इसमें बहुत सारे मतलब डेटा का ब्रीच है, बहुत सारा डेटा ये लोग लेंगे जो मैं बताया। इसमें शेयरिंग एंड कुकीज़ बता। चिल्ड्रंस प्राइवेसी. Your survey does not knowingly collect personal data from individuals under the age of 16 in the European Union and 13 outside of the EU. Minors 16 to 18 in the EU and 13 to 18 outside the EU are permitted to access the services of the site only with parental permission. It is the responsibility of the individual and the parent to ensure such permission are obtained. It is possible that by fraud or deception we may receive information given to us or pertaining to children under 16 in the EU and 13 outside EU. If we are notified of this, and as soon as we verify the information, we will immediately delete the information from our servers. Disclosure. Except as set forth herein, your survey does not disclose personal data to subsidiaries or other organizations without your permission, or where it can reasonably be inferred from the circumstances that your consent to the disclosure to the third parties. Your surveys try to limit the information it provides to third parties to the information they need to help your survey provide goods and services to you. गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज देने के लिए थर्ड पार्टी को दे सकता है, लेकिन जितना हो सके उतना रिस्ट्रिक्ट करेगा. थर्ड पार्टी लिंक्स. योर सर्वे वेबसाइट, mobile application and email contain links to various other sites that are not owned by us. While your survey makes every effort to ensure that our advertisers post clear and complete privacy policies and observe appropriate data practices, each of these sites or applications have a privacy policy that may differ from that of your survey. The privacy practices of other websites or applications and companies are not covered by this policy. Please be aware that we are not responsible for the privacy practices of such other sites or applications. We encourage you to be aware that you leave our site or application when you leave our site or application, or to read the privacy statement of each and every website that collect personally identifiable information. Your survey may share non-personally identifiable information collected via the service in aggregate anonymous form with advertisers or other third parties, so that they may better evaluate and what products or services are most appealing to different segments of user base. Your surveys does not disclose your first name, last name, address, email address or any other personal information to these third parties unless you give your express consent. Confidentiality and security. Your survey does not employ the use of secure transmission methods to send personal data. Your survey has implemented security policies, rules, and technical measures to protect the personal data from unauthorized access, improper user disclosure, unauthorized modification, and unlawful destruction or accidental loss. Your survey employs and data processors with access or association into the processing of personal data are obliged to respect the confidentiality of visitor personal data. Your survey does not disclose personal data to state institutions and authorities unless required by law. Your rights. We have summarized the rights that you have under GDPR for EU data subjects. Some of the rights are complex and not all of the details have been included in our summaries. Accordingly, you should read the relevant laws and guidance from the regulatory authorities for a full explanation of these rights. Your data is not a part of a statutory or contractual requirement or requirement necessary to enter into a contract. Your principal right under the data protection law are right to access, right to rectification, right to erasure, right to restrict processing, right to object to processing, right to data portability, right to complaint to a supervisory authority, right to withdraw consent. You have the right to confirmation as to whether or not we process your personal data, where we do. Access to the personal data together with certain additional information. That additional information include details of the purposes of the processing, the categories of personal data concerned, and the recipients of the personal data, providing the rights and freedom of others are not affected. We will supply to you a copy of the personal data. The first copy will be provided free of charge, but additional copy may be subject to a $5 fee. You can access your personal data by sending a ticket in the privacy category under the support section. You have the right to have any inaccurate personal data, but you rectified, and taking into account the purpose of the processing, to have any incomplete personal data about you completed. कुछ प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी के बारे में पढ़ा, आप भी पढ़ें, समझें.